Hey, this is Anand Houston, and today in this video, I'm going to show you a little bit about how to use Twitter and a couple of best practices for Twitter. Now, on Twitter, it's a place where you use very small, short snippets of information to share interesting facts, to share updates on what's happening in your business, to showcase cool stories or things that you find, and most importantly, to connect and engage with people. Now, just to show an example of a good Twitter, let's just go to Google's Twitter, for example. So what you'll see is that Twitter is comprised of multiple different things. You'll see that one, people will share links to a lot of different things, whether they're blog articles or videos or pictures. Oftentimes they use a bit.ly code just so that it takes up less characters. And I've got a separate video that breaks down how to use bit.ly and best way to use that tool. And then one of the things that you'll want to do with Twitter is be sure to actively engage with different groups of people. So what you may want to do is set up, let's say you want to engage with marketing agencies. And marketing agencies are going to be posting different ideas about how to connect with new customers, different strategies, updates on things that have changed. And you can go on there and answer questions and provide relative valuable information based off the material that they're already tweeting about. What this does is it creates a conversation between you and other companies and other people that can lead to one, visibility, because the followers of those brands you engage with will be able to see that conversation, see the value you provide, and out of curiosity, learn more about your business. And two, it allows you to build a relationship with people who can be your future partners or future people that can refer your services or work with you to help you with their services. And so, what I would suggest is to set up several different lists. Now, a list on Twitter is where you can create different groupings of types of people you follow. So let's say you create a new list, and perhaps that list you create is one marketing agencies. And you go and create a list of 30 different marketing agencies that are very influential, have a large following, and have a lot of posts coming out. And so then you can make it to where you only look at that list, see what are they posting, what are they talking about, and this gives you an opportunity to engage with them. Share blog articles that would be relevant to what they're talking about. Give example success stories of things you've heard about or things you've done to add even more value to what they're already talking about. And then ask them questions and find out, ask them for advice, ask them what they're seeing in the markets. Anything that you do, and I create a list is another video series that talks about how to create social media content, and it has over 100 different types of content you can provide. So looking at that list and looking at the people you follow, you can see what content would be best to connect and collaborate with people. Just a couple other examples of lists that can be created is perhaps law firms. It seems like law firms have quite a demand for translation localization services. So find law firms that have a strong Twitter following and are very engaged with people on Twitter and find ways to add value to them. This provides great visibility to you because now their following will be able to see you and you build a relationship with someone who might become a long term client. Perhaps another one would be different types of customers you're looking after. So maybe it's pharmaceutical, maybe it's energy, maybe it's manufacturing. You can create lists around the specific type of businesses you want to target. So that way you can easily see, okay, maybe you're doing a marketing campaign that talks about the importance of translating technical documents. And so you look at a list of manufacturing companies and find what are they asking, what types of content they're providing, what types of blogs are they posting, what types of questions are they asking of their people, so that then you can respond back with helpful information about translating technical manuals, and this puts you directly in front of your customer, your prospects, and in front of the people who might want to learn more about your business. Twitter, Twitter is used. It's very text based, but it's very short text. We only have 120 characters, and so a lot of the value for Twitter comes from pictures and videos. And so this would be an example where it's super important to leverage the outsources to create engaging and attractive pictures. Things like having different translation common phrases for different languages. Perhaps a picture that shows a success story. Perhaps translation fail pictures that shows what happens without a good translation process. Perhaps you go on there and have tweets that talk about different pieces of articles published on World Quest magazine, or perhaps it's new professionals that are added to the network of Master Global Business. So there's a lot of different types of content you can post to Twitter, a lot of ways you can connect with other people, collaborate with other people that increases your presence. In addition to that, be sure to keep in mind that Twitter is something that is completely public. Everybody on the internet can see everything that's posted on Twitter. And so while it's a powerful tool to be able to effectively engage and connect and build a relationship with people, it's also something that can be a little bit dangerous if used improperly. It's very important to be aware of what you're posting to not offend different parties and to not come across as too robotic or as unprofessional because doing so could severely damage your brand. So it's a tool that can be used to create a powerful positive impact. It's just something that would require some tact as you create your Twitter content brand strategy. In addition to that, Twitter does have an advertising component that allows you to connect with different demographics and psychographics of people based off of what they follow and other variables that you would want to target people by. And so by having a strong Twitter presence makes it to where people can connect and engage with you. Many people come and ask questions. If there's a product or a service that's being offered and they want to know about it, it's very often that people would prefer, as opposed to going to your website and submitting a help form, they would just go straight to your Twitter and ask you the question directly. The reason is that people receive social proof because they know that whatever answer you respond with you can be held accountable to because the entire public of the world has access to what you're saying. So this is a great benefit because as you answer people's questions, you want to encourage people to ask questions. You can even set up polls where you can ask people what their thoughts are on different things or what they're seeing in different things. And in that way, it provides you with one, credibility, and two, with a source of additional content for people to be able to engage with. So there's a lot of information on Twitter. Again, just like all the other social medias, the best route to take is to take just a quick Google search, Twitter best practices. There's an abundance of material, entire books written specifically about how to effectively use Twitter. And the best action step to take would be to figure out how do you want to integrate this with your first ad campaign. What is the first ad campaign going to be about? What type of content would we need to provide? And what type of people do we want to engage with? And starting from that point, you'll be able to then structure your Twitter content strategy in a way that helps you reach that goal. So that'll be all for the Twitter post. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me and use the abundance of information that's there online. In addition to that, Twitter is on Buffer as something that you can use to schedule your posts. This will be very, very helpful because it'll allow you to be able to have data entry people put together different types of tweets, different pictures, different blogs, different interesting stories, and make it to where it's automated. And that will be all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.